I just wanted to do a quick video today. I've been doing this live series about learning how to connect with Jesus personally and intimately. And today I just have a quick thought. I'm not going to lead you into the Lord's presence, but I want to recommend to you that you take this thought and take it with you to the Lord. Discern the reality of God's presence in your life. So here it is. In the book of Jeremiah, the Lord said to Jeremiah, I knew you before you were in your mother's womb, Jeremiah. And the idea is he knew Jeremiah personally. And then to David, he said, I knit you together in your mother's womb. And David realized that the Lord's thoughts for him were as numerous as the grains of sand on the seashore. So again, that the Lord knew him intimately and that his thoughts for him were so numerous that he couldn't even grasp everything that the Lord knew about him and his affection towards him. All right, so now I want to add this personal thought, something that the Lord said to me one time. One time I was abroad, I was in England visiting a seminary, and I was there for a couple, actually, yeah, so this was actually a different trip to England, but I was at the same place and I was there for a few weeks, and I was kind of lonely because I didn't have any friends that I went over with. And I remember at one point I was praying and I turned to the Lord and I just was desiring a sense of, like, even though I'm all alone in this kind of foreign place, I wanted to know that the Lord was with me. And the Father said this thing to me that has stuck with me ever since. It changed my life. He said to me, Tyler, I would have done it all for you. And I was like, what do you mean you would have done it all for me? And I felt very clearly the Father saying to me, Tyler, if no one else had ever fallen away from me and all of creation was perfect and only you fell away, sinned and like fell short of the glory of God, I would have sent Jesus to the earth to die only for you so that you and I could be reconciled. And I didn't feel like I'm more important than other people, but what I knew in that moment was the Lord's intimate desire and love for me. And you might ask yourself, like, well, why is that important? Why do I need to know that Jesus died just for me? Because you can only give in life, you can only give others what you have. And knowing that God personally loves you, that he knows you personally, and he loves you so much that he would die so that he could be with you. That level of personal commitment, when you realize that that is true, not just about the world, God so loved the world, right? And you're a part of it, so I guess you can come too. No, that he would do it just for you. When the Lord reveals the reality of that to your own heart, you have something that you didn't have before. And you know something about the reality of who the Father is that you couldn't share with other people. You couldn't really convince other people that God loves them personally until you know that he loves you personally. And I just want to encourage you to turn to the Lord with that thought. Jesus, would you have died for me? Because when you realize how personal his commitment to you is, the reality of that commitment, it will change not only your level of commitment to him, but also it will change who you know him to be. He is so, in a world of anonymity and negativity, and it's an alienating world. When you realize that the one that counts most is so committed to you that he would die to ensure that he could be with you forever, it will change your life and it will change your relationship with the Lord. let me finish with this thought. Imagine if your spouse, your wife, or your husband, if you're a lady, um, uh, was just it was so different about you personally that they just want, like, what if I just wanted a wife, right? And it's like, oh, the wife I have or some other woman, as long as there's someone there to wash my clothes and make me dinner at night, like, they're all the same. How would that relationship be in comparison to what if I believe, as I do, that God brought me to the woman that I was destined for all of eternity, my soulmate? Um, to know how deeply someone desires you personally, it changes your relationship with them, right? My wife knows that I love her personally, intimately. Like I would never be satisfied with another woman. That changes my relationship with her. It probably changes the way she feels about me because she knows that I desire her, right? In the same way, the Lord desires you personally. And, I'm not trying to convince you of that. I want to challenge you to take that to the Father, right? Because Jesus died for each of us personally. If no one else had fallen away, if no one else were alienated from God, and it were only you, he would give his life for you. And when the Lord awakens that reality to you in your life, it will change your relationship with him and your desire. Who doesn't want to be with someone that knows them completely and loves them so much they would die for you? That will cause you to draw near to the Lord and realize that in a world that's alienated, where there's so much rejection, where you can feel like, where am I and what is this all about? When you realize that the one that really matters, that created you and is the king of the universe, will do whatever it takes to be fully reconciled to you and intimate with you, that will change your whole life. So I just encourage you, take that to the Lord personally, take that to Jesus. And I believe that he will show you, as he has shown me, that he would do it all for you. I hope that blesses you. God bless you guys. And I hope to do this again tomorrow. So long.